What is going on, team? Welcome back to another episode of working on our rad E36 Ute 13B thingamajiggy. Last episode was obviously a little bit of a sad one. We cooked the ECU, cracked the thermostat housing, and you know, it didn't really work out for us too well, but this episode we're making a comeback. First things first, I've got a new ECU on the way. Shout out Roland at Wankle Garage for always having my back. Second, I have a proper brand new map sensor on the way. Third, I have a brand new, well not brand new, but good thermostat housing on the way. So we can fix the problems that I created last episode, which is sick. But for what's even better is this is gonna be a cracker of an episode. We're gonna finish the bodywork on the E36 and have the look finalized, which I just am freaking pumped for. Obviously, I couldn't paint the bonnet because I was waiting for the bonnet vent to turn up, which as you can see here, it showed up. So this is a D-Max style bonnet vent, and we're gonna put that on our E36 bonnet and adapt it on. So we're also gonna finish off this guard here. Obviously, as you can see, I've laid some bog, which I finally got my hands on. It's very difficult at the moment to get your hands on any kind of parts during COVID lockdown. And then we're gonna primer both the bonnet, the guard, and the spoiler. And then we're gonna spray and pink, and that should be the whole car finished. And then we're gonna fit the bonnet to the car for the last time. Obviously, a few things to do before that. We need to chuck the bonnet on the car. We need to cut the hole in the center section and make sure it all fits up nicely with our D-Max vent. And then we're gonna place it all nicely. We'll tech screw that to the bonnet, and then we can go ahead and do our painting. And then we can fit all of our moldings. I've got some bumper canards here from my business, Two Step Garage, which we are gonna fit. Don't forget to use the discount code I've made for you guys on Two Step Garage for my subscribers. Mike Lake Gang gets you 15% off everything at Two Step Garage, including stuff like this, the bumper canards, as well as stuff like this, the steering wheel, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So jump on there. But anyway, first things first, let's chuck the bonnet on the car and start fitting things up. Yeah, I am very excited. Alrighty, bonnet's on. So is the vent, that's it, done. Spray it just like that. That probably would literally be typical of me, but I'm not gonna do that. Look, I cut a wee hole in the bonnet just to get the bonnet laying flat. That's the only part that sits high is the throttle body. Other than that, everything else sits under the bonnet, which is nice. Hoo-wee! Already with the bonnet on it, I'm getting pumped. So good, but this bad boy is gonna sit on top. And I'm gonna cut it all out and make it fit, maybe, hopefully. But it's gonna look freaking rad. The reason that I've done this, by the way, is obviously one reason is because the engine sits a little bit high, but also I really like the look of these vents. And I'll show you. My bonnet already has a D-Max vent on it, on my competition E36, and as you can see, it looks freaking rad. Just makes the car look heaps more aggressive. And obviously it's really good for heat dissipation, as you can see by the bubbling of the vinyl, because that's how much heat comes out here with the turbo setup. Obviously we're not turbo with the rotary, but it still, you know, looks tough and is gonna be good for heat dissipation, so that's sweet. Oh, but let's go ahead and start cutting and see if we can't get this thing sitting flush. Boom! The vent is on. Looks rad. Very, very cool. Obviously different color, so still looks a bit funky, but once the bonnet's all one color, it'll come together well. We've got our bonnet spacers in here now as well. I like the look of having the bonnet spacers in the back, but it's also really good for dissipating heat because it allows heat to flow out the back. But yeah, it's looking tough. So now it just needs a lick of paint and should look pretty good. Fully stoked. I honestly thought that was going to be harder than it actually was. For anyone wondering, this is a D-Max bonnet vent for a Sylvia, so like an S13. It's $200 on eBay. It's made of pretty good quality fiberglass, so it was quite malleable, which was lucky because it had to kind of mold to the shape of the E36 bonnet as I was kind of yeah, sticking it down. So it'll come together nicely though. It's mad. So next thing is to spray it. Ew. Alrighty guys, so we have masked up the car. So it's time to give the bonnet a little bit of primer, which I've mixed up in the gun. And I also finished the spoiler as well quickly. We're losing light, so it's a little bit windy, but I think I should be able to get it done. So yeah, let's whack this down. Maybe we'll get some base coat down, maybe we won't. Might have to finish that tomorrow, but there we go. Mad. Alrighty guys, the base is laid down and it looks phenomenal. And you know what? I'm gonna take the opportunity right now to lay down the clear and leave it sitting overnight so that it's ready for us tomorrow. The wing is also pink. Ew. Which I think ties it all together quite nicely. Obviously the wing needs to be cleared, but I actually need to paint underneath of the wing pink as well. So obviously it's hard to do it when it's sitting up straight, so I'll need to hang it up and paint the underside of it as well, but I still have to paint that other guard that's sitting over there anyway. So still have a little bit more painting left to go, but right now we're going to take this opportunity to clear the bonnet, and that just locks that off. But it just really does tie the whole thing together with the vent once it's all one color. And I think it just looks awesome. Once the whole car's fully together, I think it'll look really good. But let's go ahead and lay down the clear. Look at that. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Come up freaking awesome. Yeah. Super stoked. But we're gonna wait till tomorrow before we rip off the masking and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see how it looks. And until then guys, I'll see you in the morning when we throw this whole thing back together, including the front bumper, the canards and everything like that, and see the overall look of how it's gonna come together. See you in the morning. You! Woo! What's up, what's up? Another day. It is not the morning like I said. It is the afternoon. I had some work to do this morning, but it's time to pull the plastic off this nugget and see what it looks like. Apologies for all the sounds, by the way. It's really windy and the roof is really loud here when it's windy. This is always the most satisfying thing, pulling all of the plastic off after spraying. Alrighty, let's see what this thing looks like now that we've got the plastic off. You! Holy crap, look at that. Hey, that's nice. I'm just a little bit stoked on that. Far out. So good. What do you guys reckon? Yeah? I might just have to have this door open a little bit down here while I spray the other guard and the spoiler with clear. And then it's the whole car finished in terms of paint. Well, the body, we still have to paint the inside of the tray. Looks freaking sweet. Alrighty guys, we are just laying down a little bit of black onto the brown quickly because it's really frustrating me having the brown there, and I wanted to see what it's going to look like when it's black. So I get distracted like this all of the time because I pretty much have ADD, so apologies. Boom. Look at that, already looks way better just doing that black. Got all the rest of the little stuff. Obviously we'll paint the whole of the inside of the tub black, but be quiet. Damn, it's windy. Alrighty, so the sun's obviously going down, but the guards are now sprayed and base coat, so they just need, or this guard, sorry, is now sprayed and base coat, so obviously needs clear now. Come up pretty good actually, considering the quick rough bodywork I did on it, so the line's a lot better, it's way better than it was at least, which is cool, and the spoiler is now fully base coated, so now I just need to smash them with clear. They'll need to dry overnight, which is cool, and then we can fit them. So now, man, we are just powering through this stuff. We are going to fit the front bumper. Alrighty, we got the bumper on. Ew. Looks good. A lot of pink though. So let's break it up with some grills. My grills. My grills. Is that the right way up? Look at that. First time. It's like putting a USB port in and getting it in the right way for the first time. That is sick. Some black grills. And then, of course, we need these bad boys, which we've resprayed black. Chuck those on as well, the trims. Hear those satisfying clicks. Ooh, looks nasty good. Spicy. This side. Still got to spray the middle bit and put it on. Starting to look good, guys. Damn, that's cool. So now, unfortunately, we need to raise the front a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's okay. I don't mind raising the front of my car. Woo! We got the guard clear coated, spoilers clear coated, but the car's sitting outside, and that is because Cam has arrived and he's going to give me a hand with the E36. So this is where we're going to end this video. The E36 is going to be in another video. So I'll see you guys. Well, we're not ending this video. I'll see you guys in the morning where we continue with this. I want the whole car together by the end of this video so that we can kind of see how it's all going to look. So I'll see you in the morning. You. Oh, hey there. We are back in the factory, stoked, and our paint is nice and dry and shiny and new, which is sick. So I can bolt this guard up now, and then the spoiler is here as well. This thing came up super nice. Woo, look at that glass. Yeah, she looks good. So I'm pumped about that. So now the whole car is pink, which is really, really cool. So I've got to go ahead and bolt that guard on, and then we're going to continue with the front end, chuck these canards on, and just see where we get to. Get the whole car freaking back together. Looks pretty good, other than this thing which is like sticking out. Don't know if I'm going to be able to force that in there. Might have to do some wee choppies. Other than that, yeah, looks pretty good considering that whole fender was completely smashed. So obviously I don't have it fully bolted up at the moment, but that'll all bolt up nicely. We're going to pull it back off. I just need to do some chopping underneath it to make sure that we have clearance for this giant big boy wheels to be turning. And then we'll go ahead and sort out these front bumper canards. Boom, okay, so we removed a couple of things up in the guards, and I also adjusted the caster, which was really simple. And now we have full lock, which is sick. Coming back the other way. Boom. Awesome. Plenty of lock going on. Shout out eBay adapters. Man, this thing is pink. Alrighty, so that is the first canard fitted. What I've basically tried to do is obviously get it to match the width of the wide body guard as well. Kind of just ties it all together. Adds a little bit more black to the bumper as well, which is cool. And as you can see, the cool thing about these canards, obviously they come full size, right? So this is how they look when you get them, okay? But they're awesome, you can cut them up kind of any size you want or need. So what I've done is measured mine up to nice to the back of the bumper, and then I've created an arc here for where the wheel turns through, so that it doesn't hit the canard, which is rad. Woo! Obviously, I've done the cuts, I still need to tidy it all up. So I'll go along with a file and all that type of stuff, but I wanted to make sure that it all fit nicely, which it does. Super rad. So now we'll do the other side, and we'll let it down onto the ground, but really, really happy with that look actually. I think it looks pretty awesome. Super cool. Love these canards. 50 bucks a pair, you can't go wrong, but woo! Damn, she fancy. Alrighty, both canards are on. Time to put the car on the ground and see how she looks. We'll chuck this headlight in real quick as well. And I've managed to make a rather big mess once again. But who cares, because it looks rad. Alrighty, so I have the whole front end back together. I gave it a quick wipe down and my god, this thing is starting to look so good. Every little thing that I complete just adds to the look, and it's really coming together. But I'll let you guys be the judge. Check it out. Woo! Looks so freaking sick. The canards look so good. Just widen out. I love it how the canards just come out to meet the guards, and then you can see the tire through the gap. Oh man, how good does that look? That is ridiculous. I need to source an indicator for this side. Let me know in the comments below whether you guys know whether the indicators for the coupes and sedans are the same. I think they are, so just honestly stoked on this thing. Wow, literally can't stop looking at it. So good. Alrighty team, it is another day. I had actually filmed the ending to this video already, but then the ECU turned up with the courier, and I thought, man, I'd love to get the car up and running again for you guys before the end of this video. So we have the ECU, but another thing that we needed is a new set of coils, because when I fried the ECU, I also fried 3 out of the 4 coil packs on our RX-8 13B motor. So I am on my way right now to pick up another set of coil packs so that we can chuck them in the engine and get this frickin' thing running again, which is very exciting. It definitely put a dampener on the whole situation. Obviously when I fried the ECU, bit of a step backwards, but look, this is where we are. The sun's out, it's a beautiful day, and we should have our 13B frickin' rapping again today, so that's mad. Ew. So fast forward and we are back at the shop, and I just want to show you guys something quickly. Me and my friend Dan, social distanced of course, took some time yesterday, and we decided to give the factory a little birthday. We've got nice new pallet racking, we've got a nice new bench set up here, so just really looking a lot tidier, which I'm freaking stoked about. Obviously still a bit of mess to clean up. The E36 is getting some work. You guys will see that in the video next week. The place is slowly coming together, which is really cool. Need a nice big 2-step garage banner up here, and got a few more things to do, and this place will be freaking sick. But right now we have acquired our RX-8 coils. So these are just second-hand ones, but they're known good ones. I'm going to order brand new ones online, but I didn't want to wait for those ones to get here, so I did go and pick these second-hand ones up so I can get this thing running again. Our new ECU is here, which is rad. Everything's taped off so we can't touch any wires together this time, which is cool. So I'm going to go ahead and swap these coils in, and we're going to start it up and see if this thing will run. Yeah. New coil packs are in. Only one thing left to do. Put the battery on and start the frickin' thing. Come on guys, come on. Alrighty, we good? Let's go. Well, there you have it guys, the E36 Ute build is back up and running really nicely. Huge thanks to Roland at Wankle Garage for sending out yet another ECU so that we could get this thing cranking and brapping. Sounds good. It's currently in limp mode when it's running, but that's probably because I've just got to suss a couple of things out and get that wiring all dialed in and make it all perfect, which is sweet. But I'm just super pumped on the look of this thing. I mean, it just looks freaking phenomenal, especially out in the sun where she just shines, which is sick. So obviously we need to spray the wheels teal, get some two-step garage stickers down the side, make this thing look freaking sick. I'm thinking dark tinted indicators as well, and obviously tinted tail lights. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely did. Later this week I will be releasing an E36 video. It's been so long since we've worked on this thing, so I'm freaking stoked. Unfortunately, they just extended the lockdown restrictions here in Victoria for a really long period of time. Pretty much the 26th of October which is 8 weeks away, and we've already been in lockdown for 2 months, is going to be when we can maybe see some of our friends again, if the cases get down to a certain number. Personally, I disagree completely with how they're handling things. I think it's super dictatorship style of them, and you know, not to get political or anything because I'm really not into that stuff, but I think that it's just not right to treat people like this and keep them locked up. We've pretty much been in jail at our own houses. Luckily, obviously, I have the factory that I come to, but I'm going to continue to bring you guys videos regardless of the situation. So yeah, we won't be drifting for a while, but regardless, I'm going to continue to bring you guys videos on the channel and continue to build cars, continue to keep upgrading this place, and we will have a meet here, an open house, as soon as we are physically allowed to do so. This video will be out midweek next week, so get pumped on that. Thank you guys so much for the support. As always, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Instagram @itsmikeblake. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, peace.